Halloween is a very popular festival around the world, where people wear all kinds of scary costumes, party, and have fun. Kids also dress up as popular horror creatures and monsters, going door to door to collect candies. That's why children are especially excited about this festival. But it is also believed that on Halloween, spirits come down to earth. 8-year-old Kyle experienced something like this that night. Kyle had recently moved with his parents to a neighborhood in the state of Delaware, USA. He was very excited about Halloween. He made a plan with his friends to meet at 6 p.m. and go around different houses to collect lots of candy. Kyle and his friends walked around for quite a while and collected plenty of candies. But Kyle was a bit upset because he still hadn't found his favorite candy. After saying goodbye to his friends, Kyle was heading home alone when a woman, around 50 years old, wearing a pink sweater and jeans passed by him. She had a bag full of candies, including Kyle's favorite one. Tempted by the candy, Kyle started following the woman. Crossing several blocks, he eventually reached a place that didn't even feel like part of the city. Even on Halloween night, there was no one around, no decorations outside the houses. Kyle was surprised because it was only 8 p.m., and usually people stay out late on Halloween. When Kyle looked back at the woman, he saw that she was staring at him. She signaled him to come closer. Thinking she would give him candy, Kyle ran toward her. They were standing in front of what seemed to be her house. The house was decorated like a haunted mansion, extremely creepy, almost like a real abandoned place. Outside, there was a tree with a very scary figure hanging from it. Kyle, who loved Halloween decorations, was fascinated. The woman gave him his favorite candy, and Kyle happily ate it immediately. Then the woman told him she had more candies inside the house. Lured by the idea of more candy, Kyle followed her inside. As the woman went inside to get more candy, Kyle waited in the hall. From the window, he could see the same tree with the hanging figure. He liked it so much that he decided to take a closer look. He stepped outside and walked toward the tree. But as he walked, he felt like someone was watching him. Looking around, he noticed someone staring at him from behind the curtains of a house across the street. Kyle reached the tree and looked closely at the hanging figure. And suddenly, his body froze in fear. It wasn't a decoration. It was a dead body, and it was the same woman who had just given him the candy. Terrified, Kyle started trembling. Just then, he heard a voice behind him. He turned around and saw the same woman holding candy and calling him again. But now she looked horrifying. Her eyes and tongue were sticking out. Her skin had turned blue, just like the corpse hanging from the tree. She began to laugh loudly and creepily. Kyle screamed and ran as fast as he could. But as he ran, he started feeling dizzy and eventually collapsed, unconscious. After some time, when Kyle regained consciousness, he found himself in an unfamiliar room. His parents were beside him, along with an elderly couple. Kyle didn't know the elderly couple, but he recognized the curtains in the room. It was from behind those same curtains that someone had been watching him earlier. Kyle had a high fever. The elderly couple then told his parents a shocking truth. The woman Kyle met was actually a ghost. Years ago, on Halloween night, she had taken her own life by hanging herself. Her body had remained hanging on that tree for days because people thought it was just a Halloween decoration. Since then, her spirit has been wandering in that area. That's why very few people live there now, and on Halloween, no one dares to go near that place. But Kyle had made a mistake that he might never forget for the rest of his life. If you liked this story, don't forget to subscribe to our Cartoon World channel.